In August 2002, ABC News was given unprecedented access to the New York Police Department.
Walking into the unknown, it's always fun.
For the next 16 months, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, a team of journalists accompanied the NYPD into unpredictable and dangerous situations.
Well, we got stabbed here, so we're trying to figure out who did it.
Lives are in the balance.
8 million people, 37,000 cops. NYPD 24/7.
I'm Dennis Franz. Here at NYPD Blue, we know that cops are complex people under a lot of stress. What we're about to show you in this True Life series from ABC News are the real cops, men and women who put their lives on the line every day. Tonight on NYPD 24/7, Alison Esposito is a rookie undercover with something to prove, and Lieutenant Vic Holyfield, one tough cop, haunted by 9/11.
1010 wins. All news, all the time.
It seems Times Square is once again looking like Times Square, and that has the NYPD on the case.
The city increases police presence in the area in an effort to crack down on quality of life crimes.
Midtown is the heart of the world. It's the crossroads. You have Times Square, the theater district, Madison Square Garden. You get people coming in to see the sights as tourists and people who prey on tourists.
Alison Esposito is an undercover police officer with a unit assigned to fight street crime in the Times Square area. She joined the NYPD 5 years ago, fresh out of college.
It's a show, and we have front row seats to the best show on earth.
Go through the light! We got a 3-on-1 right now. They're talking to him on the northwest corner, 4, 3, and 8.
On this night, the undercover unit is staking out a group of street hustlers who are trying to scam customers into paying for sex with a prostitute who doesn't exist.
It's a scam. The perps tell this guy, you want a girl? Well, we can get you girls, whatever. The guy's looking for a good time.
If you don't go for the scam, where you're gonna give the money out of your own free will, then they'll walk you to a location, and more times they'll snatch the money out of your hand, or they'll actually throw you to the ground and rob you out of the money.
Allison, stay north. Turn around and go towards 44th Street, Allison.
I'm under the playpen.
There's a very broad spectrum of individuals that they can choose. Some the public would perceive as unlikely.
Be advised, the third player has a gentleman with a dark suit.
The balding man in the suit has stopped to listen to the hustler's pitch.
The middle-aged guy who, he's still in his suit from work, he knows these scams are out there.
Right, Pat, you advising the Vic, right?
Yeah, you're gonna walk into the Vic in about 2 minutes, Phil. He's the guy in the suit right next to the light pole, right in front of you.
I'm gonna talk to him right now.
You saw them.
Yeah, but I need you just to point them out to me, that's all, okay? I mean,
I'm not gonna see you.
I gotta see it. Can you get a car, James, please? You want these people to... I know you don't give a but we do.
I do give
These guys are ripping people off. I've locked them up personally numerous times.
Spread your legs.
The man is adamant that he never seriously considered buying sex or anything else from the street hustlers.
I'm not a victim. Right. If I'm a victim, it's my own fault. Okay, but I'm a total believer of free market. Right, but understand one thing. It can escalate. It can elevate to another level. I'm sure it can. Yeah, I have no knowledge of that, anything like that. We have knowledge of that. I like Times Square. I like the sort of the mix of socioeconomic levels that occurs here. It doesn't occur. I live on the Upper East Side. There are people that beg, but nobody hustles. I like hearing the pitch. I don't live on the street, and if I did, I'd be doing exactly what they're doing. I'd be better at it. I'd be fantastic at it.
Wall Street businessman. They walk the streets at night and they feel safe, but that's because of us.
When I was a kid, a man whom I respected told me, well, Vic, if you're going to be a cop, be a New York City cop. 10-4, show me a route.
Lieutenant Vic Holyfield is a supervisor in the Emergency Service Unit, an elite group of officers trained in commando-style tactics and rescue operations.
This is a possible barricaded EDP inside a location. Individual who's emotionally disturbed. So The precinct has requested the response of the emergency service unit to shoot up there. It's tough getting around the city when you have to. You can't. Too many people don't know how to drive. U4 is 84.
Vic Holyfield has seen the NYPD through good times and bad. For 2 decades, he says he never doubted that he was born to be a cop.
When I first joined the police department in '82, it was a different job than it is today. The city has changed.
Show me 84 magenta.
When you're a police officer in New York City, today's hero is tomorrow's guy you despise.
You need a pair of cuffs just in case?
It's the kind of situation Holyfield hates.
Grab a tool.
A custody dispute in which a distraught woman is refusing to let her 11-year-old son go home to his father.
How old are the kids?
He is 11 years old, approximately.
You go in, get right to her, because I'm worried about her throwing the kid out the window, all right?
Got a key?
For the bottom lock. That's just for the bottom lock. The second lock.
Open the door. Good. Then lay down on the ground.
Holyfield has seen similar situations end badly before, and he wants his men to move fast.
Lay on the ground now.
But the forced entry is not going smoothly. Someone forgot to bring the pressure tool that is used to open doors.
Come to the door where I can see you, please.
Affirmative, get it up here. As cops, we're our own worst enemies sometimes. We're very critical of each other, especially in emergency service.
Where is your son? Ma'am, you don't seem to understand. I have to come in, so you need to either open the door or I'm going to have to open it myself. Lay on the floor, ma'am. I'm coming in. Lay on the floor.
Go, Matt, go. Richie! 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 Shut the windows! Worst entry I ever saw.
We've got a stabbing. 4467. Captain 1 South Crime there. I enjoyed, when I was growing up, being able to say that my father is a cop. South Crime is 84 Central. My father and my mother instilled a great amount of respect for authority, for the law, and for the people who enforce it and protect us. Do you know who did this? You never saw him?
You can't identify anybody?
We all black, man. I don't know. It's 30 motherfuckers. How we gonna identify everybody, dude? Everybody's swinging and hitting. All you doing is protecting yourself, man. We can't sit there and take
identify anybody.
How you gonna identify everybody? That's why I went that way, son. I want to fight.
My mother always said that, growing up, you're going to see people call cops pigs. You're going to see them making jokes, saying they're corrupt. Mom always said PIG stands for pride, integrity, and guts. See anybody? What was the argument over?
Your buddy's spewing his guts all over the place. You want to tell us something?
They're not going to give us up the other person. They're going to go deal with it themselves.
Because right now we're losing time. These dudes could be halfway back to the Bronx or Brooklyn.
I cannot tell y'all.
How many guys were there?
They don't want us in their lives at all.
The whole party.
No, but the guys
were they
that
white
you
guys,
were
black
involved
guys?
with.
Black, man.
There's no respect.
See, now
You're the enemy.
It took us 8 minutes to get that. What color clothing? It was 30 of them. They all had all types. They got the same I got on. Any specific color hats or anything? No, they have it too fast, baby.
Just one child, right? If I'm out there doing the best job I can all the time with the right intentions, who can fault me? Do a secondary, make sure the windows are good.
It's
All right, you got any shoes on you, honey?
No.
Where are your shoes?
I have no shoes. It's
All right, you don't have any shoes.
old shoes.
Police arrest the woman and return her son to the custody of his father.
Here, please.
See, a job like that can go wrong so quick. You have to be very careful. And if something does go wrong, the community's here to call us on it.
Like many cops, Vic Holyfield thinks the public's image of the NYPD still suffers from the Amadou Diallo case. Police fired 41 rounds, shooting an unarmed black man to death.
I honestly do feel sorry for the Diallo family. I feel sorry for the community. I feel sorry for the cops in that car that night. People will ask you, well, why didn't you just shoot him in the hand? Why didn't you just shoot him in the arm? You react on instinct, and you rely on your training. And you just hope the hell you made the right decision. Does anybody in their right mind honestly think that these 4 cops came to work, put on a bulletproof vest, put on a gun, with the idea that they were going to go out and gun down an innocent man? The idea is outrageous. It's ludicrous. It was a mistake.
Which way they go?
But you didn't see nothing. You didn't see. Who was he fighting with? You saw people fighting with him?
No, he was fighting with like 30 people. Do you understand what I'm saying?
You do become somewhat bitter and cynical over the years, things you've had to deal with.
Well, I can't be cooperative because I don't know that's where you are, what you are.
People that you're trying to help that are spitting in your face.
Well, it had to start over something. You're not helping us. You're not giving us anything to go on. We can't just start stopping people.
What can I tell you? I don't know nothing.
You were there. We weren't.
Working as a team is paramount. You wouldn't be able to function in a unit like that. You have ups and downs just like any other family. But that doesn't mean you don't still love each other. You're all blue. And you are a part of one of the largest families in the world. And just like sisters and brothers, I can make fun of my siblings, but you can't.
Interesting bunch of people, huh? They can't give us any information, and it's our fault we can't catch them.
We were met with stony silence and blank looks and, you know, the usual nonsense.
After it happens, everybody speed up. Just so y'all can catch somebody, man. Out of here. I wish I would assist you in catching somebody. But, nigga, I ain't no witness. Nigga, I ain't see Pepper. NYPD.
We'll catch whoever it was on another day.
That's the way it goes.
Every day. It's just a game. It's just a game. Every day we play it.
There is grumbling that crime is up in Times Square as the city increases police presence in the area.
Suddenly, there are stories about prostitution increasing late at night, mostly on the west side of Times Square.
All right, listen up. We're going to do losing proposition tonight, West 45th and 8th Avenue. Tonight we got 2 undercovers doing it.
On this night, Officer Alison Esposito will be the bait in a decoy prostitution operation meant to snare paying customers on 8th Avenue.
Safety is paramount here. All right, we don't want anybody getting hurt.
I always had the flair for drama, according to my parents. I would always embellish and, blow things out of proportion, be very dramatic. I'd love to be an actress, but I can't imagine doing anything else.
Over the years, we've compiled different clothes, some distant police stuff in here, but this was my mother's fur jacket, gift from my father, 1978, I think, which is why it's in there. Boots and boas and fishnet stockings, and of course the stiletto heels that have been broken in and now look like real prostitute shoes. So that, I think, is the ensemble I'll be going with tonight.
As a police officer, it's necessary for me to address situations that pose a danger to the public. That's why I became a cop.
Even though he's now a boss and no longer works patrol, Lieutenant Vic Hollyfield believes that when in uniform, his duty is to take action when he sees the law being broken.
Have you been drinking? A few beers? We'll go home. Do me a favor. Pull the car off at the next intersection, okay?
Okay, no problem.
I'll meet you over there, all right?
Okay.
He's hammered. He's drunk. Park the vehicle at the curb. You catch somebody doing something that's not 100% right, you always want to give the guy a peaceful way out. You all right?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Okay.
This way he saves face. Anybody, just the 2 of you in the car?
Yeah, man.
All right, where do you have to go? And the situation has been corrected. Where?
Jappy 7?
How do you put this window up?
Oh, right here, man.
Oh, there you go. nice car.
We just having a party with...
You having a party?
Penthouse.
All right, let me have the keys.
Huh?
The keys, let me have the keys. All right, step out of the vehicle, please. Anybody else in this car with you? Just the 2 of you? All right, step out, please.
Holyfield. Oh, Holyfield. The boxing? No, I'm not that.
Get a cab and go home.
Huh?
Get a cab and go home.
You want me to leave the car here? Okay, no problem.
Okay.
It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay.
Las llaves de la casa están adentro.
The man's daughter tells him that their house keys are now also locked inside the vehicle.
Can we take the key for the house?
No.
No?
It's locked.
That means we go.
You want to go to jail?
No, no.
Do you want to go to jail? Do you want him to go to jail?
No.
Get a cab and go home.
She might do it.
Get a cab and go home.
Okay.
I don't care how you get in the house. Just get a cab and go home.
Okay.
Goodbye. Good night.
Good night, man.
I guarantee you, the moment I pull out of here, they're going to go back to the car and break into it and drive off. Instead of spending $4 on a cab to go home. Don't ask me to explain why people do these stupid things. I don't know why.
When you're talking about dealing with perpetrators, you're on a stage. And losing proposition afforded me an opportunity to really play a character that wasn't me. I had really never been spoken to in that kind of manner pertaining to sex. It took a little while to realize, I can't take this personally and, slap him across the face because he just said that to me. I have no gun, no shield, no mace, no vest. It's just me out there. So I really depend on my ghosts. Their first and sole responsibility is to protect me.
I have a room down the block. What are you looking for?
I don't think it's really a huge surprise that men are after sex.
Sex, the whole nine? Okay. For both, it's going to be $35 apiece. Okay.
I'm totally into watching him get it, that kind of thing.
Watching him?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay,
More
then the
like-
original 35 is fine for him.
My heart doesn't go out for any of the individuals caught. If you're out here, you're fair game. You bring it upon yourself.
I could sit right here and watch them break into the car and try to get away. Now that's what I get, all right? For leaving the keys in the car.
By locking this drunk driver out of his car, Holyfield tried to spare the man a night in jail and the loss of his license.
They force you to lock them up. You see what he's doing? I'll go up and talk to the guy in the orange shirt. I was exposed to old school cops. Guys who took pride in handling the job themselves. Most overused phrase in the police department now is call a sergeant, call a sergeant.
Trying to help the guy and say you're not going to excuse him.
You open that car and you let him go, I'm locking him up and then I'm coming back for you. Get away from this car now.
Yes, sir.
Now.
Yes,
You got my point across?
What are your names, boys?
It's a go.
Jason. Hey, you get to go, Luke.
Tony?
Both or just one?
Whispers.
Yeah, because you're a real man if you can make me do anything.
Which one is two?
Just stop them both. We'll have a right need of which one. Don't fight us. 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 Nice and easy. Oh my God. I like Tommy. Turn around. My arms are out. Nice and easy.
How much is it?
For what, baby?
This is why I refuse to get married because, they're average, normal guys asking for extraordinary sexual acts. And they're married.
Don't touch me yet, baby. You gotta pay first.
Snow, you got that? He's good to go.
Turn around. Turn around. Stop resisting.
He wanted to know, as we were progressing down the block, he wanted to know how much it would be for the entire night.
Take a picture.
Please explain to me what they do.
Look at him. Look at him.
That's really not the way it works. You get one, then you go.
Regular straight sex?
Yeah, how much?
25.
I like to think the person I would pick to be my husband forever would not be caught with a $2 prostitute on the corner of 8th Avenue and 44th Street.
I'm all set, sugar.
You can't do full sector 25, that's nuts.
Too cheap. Too cheap. Tonight's the first night I've run into a problem where people are kind of like, no, that's too cheap for Manhattan. Not for 8th Avenue. Half of us out here are guys. I mean, on 8th Avenue, you have no idea what you're going to get. You're lucky. $25, take it, and just hope you have a woman.
I'm watching this car, all right?
Okay.
I'm going to call a tow truck. I'm going to have it removed. Stay away from the car.
Yeah, I will.
I saw. I'm watching them.
You saw it?
I saw it. I'm watching. Stay away. Would have been easier to lock them up. In order for the criminal justice system to work, we need some discretion out here. You're still here? I see you here in 2 minutes. You're going to jail. You understand me?
Okay.
You get a cab, you get in the cab, and you go home. I told her.
I got no place to go, man.
You get a cab,
my keys
you
in
get
the
a cab,
car.
and you go.
My keys in the car. I can't go home. How am I gonna go home?
Then I take you to jail. Come on, get up. You go to jail. You gonna take him home? Are you gonna take him home? Let me explain something to you. All right? Let me explain something to you. You touch her. You touch her again.
That's my daughter. That's my daughter.
You touch your daughter again, and I heard you get in the cab and go home.
No, you can press whatever you want. Press.
Get in the cab and go
No,
home.
press. Press. You want it? What do you want him?
You for the Central Care.
Can't f***ing believe it, man.
No, you're not going nowhere.
I can go no home, man. I have no key. I have no key to go in.
Precinct Unit 85, me up in Bolton and Brooklyn.
I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. I can't believe you. I can't f***ing believe you, man. I have no key. Have to get home. That's my daughter. If you gonna do that to my daughter, she doesn't have a key, man.
Now you have to go to jail.
Get back to the f***ing jail, man.
Okay.
Come on, go on. Come on, come on, come on. F***ing jail, man. Get him in jail. Get me in jail.
Come here.
F***ing man, I can't f***ing believe you, man. You don't give a shit about my daughter. You don't give a shit about nobody, man. Yes, man. Why do that to me? Why you do that to me?
You're 40 Central.
Why that? Why you do that to me?
Bus respond to this location.
Take me to jail, man. Take me to jail. Take me to jail.
Have a bus respond.
Come on.
Sit down. Just sit down.
Hit me. Hit me.
Sit down. Sit down.
Hit me.
No, I wouldn't do that.
No. Tomorrow is my birthday.
Sit down.
Don't
Sit down.
tell me to sit down. You want to push me? Punch me in my face. I'm a man. I'm a man like you. Okay.
I want to see if we can't just EDP him. You four. Central, no further. One in custody. This guy, this is all unnecessary. Completely unnecessary.
I'm okay, man.
Listen to me. You're going to the hospital and you're going to talk to a doctor. All right?
I'm okay.
Yeah, you're okay now.
I'm okay.
2 minutes ago, you had your beer balls up. All right? Come on, let's get him up.
When he violates my space and he won't back down to verbal instruction, a verbal command, you don't have any other alternative but to put him down.
Essentially, it's going to be one male EDP pickup removed to Jacoby. Thank all the 3 truck units for the assist. You can't help people out anymore.
5x5.
Okay, he denies drugs. He says he was drinking beer.
Already. I'm coming east on 3-2 now.
My boss sometimes believes that I put myself into dangerous incidents to try and get the bad guy with not really much thought for my own personal safety. I focus on, I have to get this job done, and this is how I think I can do it.
It's near the end of her shift when undercover officer Alison Esposito and her partner take their last call of the night, just a block from Times Square.
Hey, let me just stay here for me.
Okay, no problem.
A man and a woman are creating a public disturbance.
Yeah, just do me one favor. Just stand over here. Let's straighten it out.
Hey, Sheriff. You go over there.
Wait for it.
In a heartbeat, things change.
Hey, break it up. Break it up. Break it up. Break it up.
Police officer.
Break it up. I said break it up. Who the hell is this? Hit me in the back of the head.
Police, motherfucker.
don't move! I said break it up! I didn't say anything except break it up!
Get your hands on the
Hitting me!
Get your hands on the hood now!
Why are you hitting me?
Oh my...
I said break it up! Why are you hitting me?
Hands on the hood!
2 minutes ago, they're yelling at each other. But now they've joined forces and they're coming at us.
I didn't hit you! Oh, go ahead. I'm not resisting arrest. Why are you hitting me? Why am I an asshole? What did I do? Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to clear you off a sidewalk and de-escalate a situation, and my intention is to send you home, not even to jail. And you turn on me like that.
Jesus Christ. Why?
Get the walking.
It doesn't matter that you're twice my size and that you're a guy and I'm a girl. I'm gonna fist fight you. Your instinct is to be the last one standing.
Did you grab our radio?
The couple will be issued a summons for disorderly conduct.
Understand, we are driving down the block. That's all we're doing. We're just driving down the block. They're in the middle of the street arguing with each other.
Right.
So someone says something to them. They look over at us. She comes running out in the middle of the street. He's trying to close the window. She gets her hand in there. She's just throwing punches.
I'm definitely shocked that anybody could even think of hitting a cop. It's a dumb thing to do. I'll give you 20 minutes and all the quarters in the world to call your friends, and I'm just gonna pick up a radio and call 40,000 of mine. It's just, the odds, the numbers are bad.
I cannot believe I broke a nail. What are you gonna do?
I'm just emptying out some stuff. You know, like I said, personal effects. One at a time, one box at a time. I've got almost 21 years in the police department, 4.5 here in the emergency service unit. This is where I'll finish up my career. I've done a lot of thinking about it since 9/11. And I think the only way I'm actually going to get over 9/11 is by getting away from this place.
On 9/11, Lieutenant Vic Holyfield was the highest-ranking police emergency service officer to enter the Twin Towers.
Lost 14 men that day, 14 friends. There isn't a day I don't think about it. I led those guys in there. I think what those guys did was very heroic that day, but we paid an awful price. I've been going back and forth. Am I going to retire? Am I going to stick around? Am I going to retire? Am I going to stick around? And my wife just broke down the other day, crying. And she just about begged me to quit, to retire. So she sees what's happening to me. She sees how lucky I am, I guess, that I made it back that day. I still wonder, you know, why? Why didn't I die with these men, with these other guys? What's up, fellas? These were guys that followed me in there. The day tour still here? And didn't come back. All right. Some of the history of, in photographs of 3 truck. You see my fat ass here, that's about it. We're doing a simulated assault on a bus. It's a training exercise. Here's a picture of Mike Curtin. Mike Curtin died in 9/11. Wally Weaver, he also died. And here's a picture from 9/11. We got an unconfirmed report of a building collapse, 4, 1, and 5. We're going to shoot down there.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Well, you consider the time of day, 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon in Midtown. It's probably a congested area. We're expecting probably multiple injuries.
When I first came on to the job, I felt like I had to prove myself. I had to show strength and courage. You're in a man's world.
Officer Alison Esposito grew up in a family of cops. She knows she has to strike a balance between the job and her personal life.
I like the strong arms around me. I love to cuddle. I like to be treated like a lady when I'm out. I still want my coat put on for me, my chair pulled. Men are always looking to protect women. And now you've come into this woman that really doesn't need your protection.
We got one DOA, we got a second victim that is conscious and breathing, and we're giving him first aid right now, Central.
We're stuck in traffic here, dude. Do me a favor, stop the car, all right? Just stop. What? Do me a favor, just stop, all right? Are you wearing a seatbelt? You wearing a seatbelt? You wearing a seatbelt? Don't move. You just bought yourself a summons, all right? How about the guy next to you? How about him? You don't have yours.
41K. 41 to Madison or 415?
Give me your license paperwork. Give me your paperwork. Give me the keys.
Come on, go to taxi.
Hey, Sergeant, what? You need someone up here to write this guy a summons, all right? What are you supposed to do when an emergency vehicle pulls up behind you?
When an emergency vehicle pulls up behind you and you're on an exit...
What are you supposed to do?
If I stopped, you couldn't go by. So how is that making any sense? We're on a ramp. If I stopped, where was I?
Have a good day, buddy.
No,
all right, he'll be with you in a minute.
Yeah.
Explain it to the judge, all right? I won't miss that. I swear to God, I won't miss that.
Being a cop does extend into your outside life. It's difficult to shut it off. My father told me to live my life as my life. Don't always be about the job, because that's what's going to get you.
All right, let's take a look. What happened?
The elevator collapsed.
They were jacking up the elevator because the project's going taller.
Right.
So they put another stack up on top of the pole.
Yeah.
The guy was on top of the car working on it. The line let go. Came down and he's in the street. The other guy's in cardiac arrest on the way to Bellevue.
There's no chance of that tower falling, right? I know I have that post-traumatic stress syndrome. The only way I'm really going to get over it is to retire.
What's the position of that car right there? What's holding it in that spot?
Shut off. I allowed my job to take up all of my focus, my energy. There's nobody in there, right?
No.
That's all I ever thought about. I couldn't wait to get to work. Hey, Mike, it's Hollifield. I'm over at this collapse in Midtown. It's you got one confirmed DOA, second victim in cardiac arrest, likely. No immediate danger of any additional collapse at this point. Many times, my family did take a back seat to my job. I realized that I have to refocus.
Tourists don't usually know the different scams that are prominent in the area. They have their bags on their backs and they're unaware, because in Idaho, where they live, they can wear their bags on their back without fear of losing their wallet.
This victim is a tourist from Spain, an easy mark for thieves.
4 people earlier today took a wallet from somebody inside the internet cafe. Then when the victim started walking around, he spotted one of the perps. When he went to retrieve his wallet, the perp punched him in the face. So it became a robbery.
Tonight, the undercover anti-crime unit will lay a trap for a gang that has been stealing handbags in an internet cafe off Times Square.
We try and get the crimes committed against us, so nobody else has to go through this.
Once again, Alison Esposito will be the bait.
Decoy operations can be very, very long, drawn-out things. I'm thinking, when is this going to be over with? My back hurts. I want to step out for a cigarette. I'm bored. It's a lot about suppressing any instinct you have as a cop.
The young man in the red jacket makes his move on Officer Esposito's handbag.
How you doing?
Not doing good.
Not so good, dum-dum. For the most part, they're opportunists. A good person doesn't seize the opportunity. A criminal does. And that's what we're waiting for.
I'm standing here in New York. I have nowhere to go. I swear to you, I'm not lying.
It's my boy.
Sure, gotta be.
Gotta be my boy for
Kids like this, you want to deal with an iron fist with a velvet glove, because they are younger adults. The more you help us, the more we help you. That's the way it works.
Be safe.
Thank you. It is 1 year to the day after 9/11, and Vic Holyfield has been invited to join other rescuers at a memorial service at Ground Zero.
So you can stand by for a message from the police commissioner. 1 year ago at this hour, the World Trade Center was attacked. 23 members of the service were killed in the line of duty that day. We shall never forget their sacrifice and dedication above and beyond the call of duty.
There used to be 2 large buildings right where you're looking at. That big vacant area there. 2 large World Trade Center towers. I didn't actually want to be at the site. I didn't want to be a part of any ceremony. I can see the site, I can see the people, I can see where I was. I'm comfortable with that now. Now you see that flag, the Verizon flag? That's just about where I was, laying under a fire truck when the building collapsed. I finally broke free. I went to stand up and I stepped on top of a body. This person who had been standing next to me moments earlier. I've seen enough. I've seen too much. I don't want to do it anymore. Let someone else do it.
Quick discussion with him. He admits that he was there earlier, and he knows where the other 3 perps possibly are. And what's he look like? White guy?
White guy.
White guy, bleach blonde, spiky hair, wearing a cowboy.
The young man leads police to the bus terminal, where he says the rest of his team of purse snatchers are waiting for him.
Right there, boss. Right there. There he is. He's the blonde guy.
Police quickly spot a second member of the gang.
These young adults are still at an impressionable age. They're just starting to spread their wings and get out on their own, and right now they're going down the wrong path.
Yeah, you took someone's property earlier today.
No.
Punched somebody in the face?
Yes.
Okay.
This young man is warned that if he doesn't tell police where the rest of his friends are, he will face dire consequences.
You know you're gonna go to jail like years now, bro? You know, you're not looking at an hour. I want to know where the wallet is. I'd like to know where the other 2 are. You don't want to cooperate with us, right? You're not gonna help the police out here. So we're gonna throw the axe down on you, bro. Bye-bye. Enjoy fun in Rikers. It's gonna be we're gonna love you in Rikers. Kenny, I'm on the air. What's up?
2 other friends, the girl and the guy, were standing outside.
She's white?
Yeah, affirmative.
That's them. That's them.
My heart goes out to whatever happened in their childhood, if something happened in their childhood. What the crime that stands before us now, it's pathetic. Turn around. If you have anything on you that can hurt me, step 2 steps to your right. Thank you. Spread your legs. Put your head against the wall. New York is a hard city. It's unforgiving, and we're not letting that kind of stuff just roll by.
Mother love, dude.
I'm telling you.
Nice job. Good job, brother.
All right.
I'm about ready to turn my identification in, and that will officially end my career as a police officer in the city of New York. I never felt more alone than the day I walked up to the 12th floor and handed in my shield and ID card. I didn't go into the job with blinders on. I was told when I started that it was a thankless job. Don't do this job expecting to be patted on the back every day.
You're here to retire?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to need your shield, your ID, and your discontinuance of service.
Okay. I'm probably a lot more fortunate than some in that I was able to do it and get away with less damage than some others.
Okay, good luck, Lieutenant. Please step in next door and I'm going to give you a retired ID, okay?
Thank you.
Congratulations and good luck to you.
Thanks very much. I knew that what I was doing is what I was put on this earth to do. And knowing that made me comfortable. Everything I ever wanted to do, I did. How many people can say that?
Okay, I need to see your identification when you go inside.